All right, so I wanted to show you something here. Well, let's go back here to one of the rear tires because I just rotated these, right? So the ones that are on the rear were on the front and the ones that were on the front were on the rear. So the ones on the front don't get as much wear on them. The ones on the rear are the ones that wear down the fastest because these are the ones that are pulling and pushing the truck, and they just happen to wear down faster. So you can see where these have been run on the front of the truck. See how the siping goes all the way across the tread block? See that? You know, and obviously all of them are that way. So that's how these tires are made. And it's really nice. When I saw that, I was very surprised. You don't always see that on a mud terrain tire. Full length sipes on all these tread blocks. But these ones that were on the rear, check this out. See how they are no longer full length sipes? Now it just looks like little slits in the tire. So these have worn down just enough that the siping is starting to disappear. So these obviously are not full depth sipes. They're really shallow sipes. So my guess is that by the time I get to the next rotation, the rear ones will look like this. And then by the time I get to the third rotation, it appears that I may start to not have any siping left at all. And that's a real bummer because everybody knows that mud tires are not the best bet for foul weather in the wintertime. But what I have found is that with the siping that's on these and the, you know, combined with the rubber compound that they use, they actually do a pretty good job. They've been excellent in the rain. I'm waiting for a good snow to test them in, but they've been doing a really good job for a mud terrain tire. And the siping is a big reason why that's the case. So it's kind of a bummer that it looks like I'm going to lose the siping on these tires over the next 10,000 miles. Now these have, you know, 10,000 miles on them right now. There's a sipe right there. It looks like it was completely missed. But anyway, so it looks like that probably by the time these get to say 20,000 miles or so, the siping is going to be pretty much gone. So real bummer, but I guess it is what it is. A lot of mud terrain tires don't have siping at all. So this is still an advantage. Yeah, so really guys, there's just not really much more to report at this interval. 10,000 miles, the tires are still doing a great job. The traction's still wonderful for a mud terrain tire, and they roll smooth. Now, like I said, they've got a hum to them. They do make noise. It is a mud terrain tire after all, but they roll really smooth down the road. 70, 80 miles an hour. You feel no vibration, no shaking, no rumbling, nothing. I mean, they're just as smooth as silk out on the road. So they're really great tires. I was hoping to get an opportunity before I did this 10,000 mile update to drive them in snow, but unfortunately we've kind of gone into a warm pattern here, which is partly responsible for the tornadoes and severe weather that we've had. We should be cold and snowy, and instead we're just the opposite right now. So no snow, but I can't imagine that they would be bad in the snow. I mean, they do such a good job in the rain, even if it's a cold rain, if it's one of those 35-degree rains. I mean, they do a great job. So I can't imagine that they would do a poor job in the snow. Good foul weather traction, really smooth, rugged tire. During this interval, there was a trail that I was on in the Jeep, and it was kind of rutted out on both sides. And I got up a little bit too close to the passenger side rut. And when I say rut, I'm talking 2 or 3 feet deep. And there was some tree roots sticking out of it. And I actually ran into the tree root with the tire hard enough that it shook the vehicle. I was like, oh no, but it didn't damage the tire at all. It didn't puncture it. I mean, it was just completely fine. So a very rugged tire. Those 3-ply sidewalls are bulletproof. I mean, what else can I say? It's just a really good tire so far, and it's wearing really well also for a mud terrain. So Yokohama G003 gets a thumbs up from me so far. Next review, I'm going to go check out the Yokohama XAT. We're still running those. They're on my dad's 1 ton, and they're probably coming up on 20,000 miles. So I'm gonna show you what those look like in a soon-to-be video. So stay tuned for that. And I'm also looking at another tire to start a review on soon, the Cooper Discoverer ATP2, which is a tire that's sort of exclusive to Discount Tire and America's Tire. So, you know, it's one of those budget all-terrain tires, but it's manufactured by a premium company. And people are really interested in tires like that, wondering if they're good because of the price. You know, is it a good tire? So I'm going to show you. We're going to put a set of those on a truck, and we're going to do a review on that for at least a year, if not longer, and see how they hold up. So anyway, that's all I've got for now, guys. I do appreciate it as always. If you got questions about the Yokohamas or any other tire for that matter, post them below, and we'll talk to you guys later.